Today we're going to read the Hershey's Milk Chocolate Fraction Book. Milk chocolate, ooh, delicious. Here is a Hershey's milk chocolate bar, the kind Milton Hershey made famous. Before we eat it, we are going to learn about fractions. And you see up here it says 1 over 1 equals 1. So 1 piece of 1 whole is 1. Let's start by taking the wrapper off. Remember not to litter. 1 whole. This is the whole Hershey's bar. 1 whole Hershey's bar. Here we have 1 whole milk chocolate candy bar. And what is a fraction? A fraction is a part or a portion of the whole thing. We are using a Hershey's milk chocolate bar as our whole thing. 12 twelfths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 pieces and we have all 12 of them. 12 twelfths equals 1 whole. If you break this candy bar apart, you will see 12 equal sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. You can stack the 12 equal sections on top of each other. Hey, it looks different, but any way you rearrange them, they still equal 1 whole candy bar. 12 twelfths equals 1. 1 twelfth. Maybe this is the easiest way to understand fractions. What would you rather eat? 1 twelfth of a candy bar? Or would you rather eat 11 twelfths of a candy bar? If you love milk chocolate, the answer is simple. As you can see, doing fractions can be fun. So we took 1 12th, put it over here, and we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 twelfths left over. 1/2. Here is 1/2 of a Hershey's milk chocolate bar. 6 twelfths. Here is the other half. 6 twelfths is equal to 1/2. When two fractions equal each other, they are called equivalent fractions. Equivalent means the same as. It means the same thing as equals. So 6 twelfths is the same as 1/2 of our Hershey's bar. 1/3. So if we took the top row off, put it over here, we'd have 1 piece of 3 pieces, right? Here is 1/3 of a Hershey's milk chocolate bar. How do we get to the fraction of 1/3? Think of it like this. Our candy bar can be divided into 3 equal groups. Each of the 3 groups has 4 little sections. So we have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. What is left over is 2/3. 1/3 plus 2/3 equals 3/3, which equals 1. So if we put all those 3/3 back together, we have 1 whole Hershey's bar. When the top number and the bottom number are the same, the fraction is always equal to 1. 4 twelfths. Here's another way of saying 1/3. 4 twelfths is equal to 1/3. It's the same thing, right? So we could count them by twelfths because we have 12 little teeny pieces and say 4 twelfths. Or we can count each row and say we have 1/3. What is left over? 8 twelfths. 8 twelfths is equal to 2/3. 4 twelfths plus 8 twelfths equals 12 twelfths, which equals 1 whole candy bar. This is like 3rd, 4th grade fractions. 1/4. Here is 1/4 of a Hershey's milk chocolate bar. If you want to call this fraction 1/4, that's okay too. 1/4 and 1/4 mean the exact same thing. So this time, instead of breaking it in long strips, they broke it up and down, and they made 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1/4. This is 3/4. Here's what's left over, 3/4, or you could call it 3/4. 1/4 plus 3/4 equals 1 whole chocolate bar. 3 twelfths. 3 twelfths is another way of saying 1/4. Did you know the top number of the fraction is called the numerator and the bottom number is called the denominator? Now you know. Let's explain it another way. 3/4 is equal to 9 twelfths. 3/12 plus 9/12 equals 12/12. You see that 3, well, right here, 3 plus 9 equals 12, right? 12/12 equals 1 whole Hershey bar. 1/5. It's time for something different. We can still do fractions without the candy bar. There are 5 cows on this page. 4 cows have black spots, and 1 cow has red spots. 1/5 of the cows on this page have red spots. Can you see the one with red spots? So there's 5 cows. One of them has red spots, so he's 1/5 of the cows. Did you ever wonder why Hershey's chocolate factory was built in the middle of farm country? There is an easy answer: milk. One of the 3 main ingredients used in making milk chocolate is milk. If 6 cows mooed and you mooed also, your moo would be 1/7 of all the moos on this page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and your moo over here, because you're over here, is 1 moo of the 7, 1/7. Don't forget to ignore the duck. He's not saying moo, he's saying quack. 1/6. Now look how they divided up this chocolate bar. 2/12 divided by, oh, this is division, guys, by 1 equals 1/6. Back to the candy bar. We need to learn how to put a fraction into its lowest terms. If you divide the numerator and the denominator by the same factor, you can simplify this fraction to the lowest terms. 1/6 is the lowest terms of 2/12. So what that means is these two are exactly the same. This is 1/6 of the chocolate bar. See, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you could call it 2/12 of the chocolate bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They mean the same things, but this is the lowest way to say it, lowest numbers. 5/6 is what's left over from the whole candy bar after removing 1/6. Getting really tricky now. We're not going to get this tricky today. 2/12. Here's an equation that's easy to understand. 1/6 is equal to 2/12. Here's another way to say 5, 6, 10, 12s. 10/12. It's starting to look more delicious every fraction we show. 1/8. It's time for another break. Chocolate comes from cocoa pods. The cocoa tree grows in very warm and moist climates. Here are 8 pods. If one fell off and boinked you on the head, you would have been boinked on the head by 1/8 of the cocoa pods on this page. 1/9. Cocoa, milk, and sugar are the 3 main ingredients used in making milk chocolate. Sugar usually comes from sugar cane. If you cut down one stalk, you will have cut down 1/9 of the sugar canes left on this field. 5/12. Here's an interesting fraction. It is already in its lowest terms. The fraction 5/12 cannot be broken down or changed or reduced any further. The amount left over from 5/12 is 7/12. Wow, 1/10. Here's a way to get a fraction of 1/10. There are 10 candy bars on this page. 1 out of the 10 candy bars is unwrapped. That's 1/10 of the candy bars. 13/12. Ooh, what did they do? Here's a fraction where the top number is bigger than the bottom number because you have a whole 1 and then you have 1/12 extra. So now it's 13/12. In this book, we learned that the main ingredients in milk chocolate are sugar, milk, and cocoa. We learned the fractions 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, 5/12, 6/12, 7/12, 8/12, 9/12, 10/12, 11/12, 12/12, and even 13/12. We did the fractions of 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, 1/8, 1/9, and 1/10. If you want to know what fraction of these ingredients are used in making a Hershey's milk chocolate bar, sorry, these fractions are top secret. And on the back it shows you see that? All the different fractions you can make with a Hershey's bar. Now we're not going to get that in depth with it. You have a Hershey's bar packet. In your packet you're going to find a couple of different games. This is one of them. This is a matching game. So I pulled some out to show you. Okay, there's 3 different kinds of cards. There's a card with this design on it. There's the little cards with the fraction on it. And then there's the Hershey bar. So here's your Hershey bar. It's cut into 1, 2, 3 pieces. And one of those pieces is still there, right? So it's 1/3. 1/3 of the Hershey bar is still there. So then in your cards, you need to find the fraction that says 1/3, and you need to find the word that says 1/3. So you can spread these out, play a little game, and see if you can match them all up so that you have the word, the fraction, and the candy bar that matches. That's your first activity. The second activity are these little task cards. So what does task card mean? Well, it gives you something it wants you to figure out. The first one says, Dad shared his candy bar with Lynn. How many chocolate pieces did Dad give Lynn? So you have, just use one of these for now. You can cut it, so you have 12 pieces. And you have to decide if you were going to give fair shares, equal shares, how many pieces would Dad get and how many pieces would Lynn get? And then there's different cards, so try them, okay? Tells you what to do and see if you can figure it out. This is a lot of brain work today, a lot of figuring things out. And then at the very end, you have a Hershey's bar. And I want you to figure out how many people are in your family or how many people are in your house right now when you're doing this, and how you can break up your Hershey bar so everybody gets the same amount of pieces. All right, have fun.